Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Jazz. And that does your confidence, guys, no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
You know this. Nothing gets a crowd into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
That one is off. And last season, Max Strus hit that ridiculous 59-footer. Remember that, Doris? That was to beat the Mavericks.
How could we forget that shot, Kevin? It was the second longest game-winning buzzer beater in league history. And what gets overlooked, Strus was 5 for 5 from deep in the last few minutes of that game.
On the wing, Mitchell. And here's Garland for three. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Pass to Lillard.
Fuck it.
And then Lillard slams it in.
How about Lillard? He hits the defense with
let's represent with the hometown team. Let's go, y'all.
To finish the play.
It's Garland with the ball for Cleveland. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And in this matchup, last season, not one of the games went their way. And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Well, Brook Lopez demonstrating his abilities as a passer. This is a team player with very unselfish instincts.
They get it again.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the shooting.
And the jump by Giannis.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop, but he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. So it's the Cavaliers now after the basket by Milwaukee. Strus with it. That shot off. Great D that time for Middleton.
Watch it.
Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
Go.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking them.
Greg, midway into this season, sometimes a team can get hot and turn it on. What are some of the causes of that?
You know, often teams can reach that tipping point with how they play. It all comes together in a hurry, and they make a run. But that's the exception, Kevin, not the rule.
So it's the Cavaliers now. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. Now he's worried it's going to be one of those nights when Donovan Mitchell just goes off.
Donovan Mitchell ain't going to go off nothing.
Time bomb. You never know when he's going to blow up, but you're anticipating it. So coach is expecting the best out of his team and preparing for the worst. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series
back on the
since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them.
Oh, damn.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since
82 to 75. Let's go,
so
Bucks.
it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
And Cleveland making a change here. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Garland with it. Guarded now by Jackson.
Man.
Garland, no good. Bucks leading by 6. In the corner, Middleton with it. Inside. Lopez.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Yeah, things not going their way.
Hell no, it ain't gonna go their way.
Talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
The Cavaliers trail by 8. To halt the run. And Mitchell with the nice bucket inside.
You can see the kind of confidence Donovan Mitchell has in that handle. His ability to navigate off the dribble drive. Nice.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Count that one from Mobley. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Prince.
Oh, man.
To Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Yeah, Lillard has those ups. He can get to the rim when he wants to.
It's Garland with the ball for the Cavaliers. 8-point game. A kick out to Mobley. Here's Allen. And at last, they get one to fall.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
Now, here's Mitchell. Coming off a 21-point game his last outing. Garland with the bucket.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Count that.
Back to Middleton. And it's off from 3-point range. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Allen in the post. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the It's on Bobby Portis.
Well, this is exactly the kind of position you want Jared Allen shooting from, right? He gets excellent position, makes defenders nervous this close. Good job drawing that foul.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
How about Jared Allen showing unequivocally he is an all-star caliber big man? Boy, with his size and athleticism and length, he has proven he can make an impact on both ends.
Here's LeVert following the bucket by the Bucks. Shoots it up. Got a hand on it. Down low. Here's Prince. And Prince with the jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Ooh, bad
foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. Personal foul.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Oh, yeah, we will.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge.
I'll do that.
David.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
Here's Antetokounmpo, right outside. Trent, that's a two-pointer. They get it back. And staying with the play, Lopez. Lopez has got the lead up to 11 now for Milwaukee.
Listen, guys, Brook Lopez has a big body, and if you don't box him out, he's going to get some work done on the glass.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And Doris, this summer, the Cavaliers opting to make changes.
And Kevin, a little bit of a surprise in this particular way. They fired their coaching staff, bring in a new regime. And think about it, you fire that group after you've made the playoffs 2 seasons in a row, and yet you still opt to go in a different direction. So a lot of pressure on the staff coming in.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. It's Garland with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 11. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
You know what? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
Here's Porter over Lopez. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Allen in the post. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Bucks leading by 15. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Defensive foul. Jared Allen.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Porter looking it over. They need this. And they recover it. Shot clock resets for the Cavaliers. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
At the line for the Cavaliers.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
At the line for 1.
Allen, no good on the free throw.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he